Hello. Trust you to be feeding your face. Like father, like son. Afternoon, everyone. Welcome. Wasn't going to do any lives this week or next week, but I need to do something after a week at work. So I thought, hey, why not do a pop-up live and have you guys join me in the workshop? A little bit different with earworming today. I was going to have Dale, but Dale's recovering from pneumonia, so wishing him all the best. But he's lurking in the background. Any questions and stuff? Keith's out there as well. They got spanners. So yeah, they can look after you. In the workshop, you won't hear him. But Mini-Me's going to be shouting at me and telling me what's going on in the chat. Pinned in the top of the comments is the link to buy me a coffee. Dale very kindly told me about this. So if anyone wants to support me or support the channel, then you can click on that link and that will allow you to support the channel. All the money from that's going to go in a pot and go towards my Coronet Herald and any other bits that I need for the workshop. Right, what are we doing today? Let's go there. So we're going to do some simple garden projects. It's that time of year. Sun's out. Well, some of the time. The lambs are in the field and stuff like that. So people are starting to get out in their garden. Not me. I kill things in the garden. So what we're going to do today, we are going to do a garden dibber. Nearly dropped it. Some people are eco-friendly and like reusing stuff. So I'm going to show you how to make a pot press. So you can make pots out of paper and put your little seedlings in. And then they can be planted straight into the ground, all biodegradable. So we're going to look at one of those. Nice simple project. And then a pot tamper. Again, another little simple project, but if you're doing loads of little pots for seedlings, you can make these to the size of your pots and just tamp down the compost. There we go. Right. Mini-Me needs less hair. You made him chuckle down. Right, I'll quickly go through who's in the chat. And then we'll go on with it. What I've done is I've roughed down all the blanks so we can try and get the 3 projects done in an hour, because I know Hodgepodge is on after me, I believe. So in the chat we have Chris Dodds, Pete Cochran, Circular Wood by Keith, Gerard French Turner, Hodgepodge, Dale at Maple Tree, Daniel, Tournage Dubois, and Colin. Hopefully I haven't missed anyone, but I've just gone down the participants list. Right, let's go to the lathe. So we'll start with the dibber. On the lathe at the moment I have a piece of oak. Purely because last night when I was getting ready, the bag of oak that I brought the other week was the first thing I could get to. So that's what we're going to be using. Normally, this morning, I found I can get to them. I just do them out of softwood. So this is just a bit of spruce. Buy it at the Timber Merchants. 38 by 38. Higher Barry. And that's what I normally do them in, and then oil them. Higher Paul. Higher Barry. You need to speak up a little bit, mate. I'm a bit mutton, Jeff. Right. I do quite a lot of these dibbers, and they sell really well at the workshop. So what I'll do is I'll try and do it slower than what I normally do it, so you guys can see, for anyone that hasn't turned a dibber. As I said, they're simple projects. So what I'm going to do first, I'm just going to put in a couple of relief cuts with my parting tool. Hi Robert, just going to lower that tool rest a bit. It's a little bit on the higher side. That's because I use the skew to round it off. Hiya, Ben. Now, it's up to you how you turn your dibbers. I always do mine between centres, which is why I've put the relief cuts in. Just so I have a little bit of wastage on the end, and the points and that don't meet. I've also got my trusty bit of ply. I don't know what happened to the other one. I had another one that had little nails marked in. Like if you watch Steve Jones, he has his little templates, puts it on, and it marks it. But we haven't got that today. These are marked in inch increments. I had to think of the word then. Hiya, Doug. So I do this bit 6 inches long. This will be 7, and then this is where we start to shape the handle. The handle is your choice. Let's just turn that down. How you do that? Shape. I know Keith and I do similar shapes on the handles. So we do that. Right, I want a spindle gouge. So this top part is where the handle's going to be. So I'm just going to cut into here. Okay. So I know then that I've got this for my handle. I'm then going to use the heel of the skew. So on its back, and just mark the points with the tip. Again, when it comes to making these, it's entirely down to you how thick you do them, the size you do. There we go. I'm going to use the skew again. I know a lot of people were not a fan of the skew, but I love my skew. In actual fact, my buy me a coffee, the first thing I'm probably going to buy is one of the new Colwyn Way German skews. So that's running about 1,000, and I'm just going to start to taper it down. Hiya, Steve. Are you back at work or are you still in isolation, mate? Now you can, everyone's different, you can get the rough shape in and then put your markings in. I do it this way purely because I like to keep this sort of area the same. Sorry? Ah, he was back at work on Thursday. Cool. Hiya, Clive. So as I was saying, I like to keep this roughly around 36 mil. That way, when you're planting your bigger bulbs, you've got something there. And then I'll just taper this end in to start the points, so you can get into the ground. Where's my baby skew? There it is. Tell I sharpened this one just before we went live. That is the other important thing to remember with a skew, guys, is to keep it sharp. If you're trying to push a blunt skew along a bit of wood, that's when you're going to start having accidents. I remember when I first got my skew, I had a square edge skew, and it ended up in the palm of my hand. Is it normal you want to put a carefully... Read Dale's message out to me, mate, because it popped off this little screen. God, this... Whatever floats your boat, Dale, whatever floats your boat, mate. You're going to have to speak louder, Sam. No, Steve, this is a pop-up. So I've worked late this week. Been alright, but I did have a particularly horrible job. So this is just me coming in the workshop. And I thought, you know what, let's do a pop-up. Let's invite people in. So that's what we're doing. Right, I'm not going to go really thin at this end yet because we've got to shape the handle. So we'll do that now. Originally, as I said at the beginning, I was going to miss 2 weeks, but I'm off at the weekends and no one really does a lot on a Saturday afternoon. There is, however, the rugby this afternoon, so at 4 o'clock, if you want me, you won't get me. Sorry, mate. Who's playing rugby? It is England, France. Sorry, Gerard, but I do hope that we smash the French. So my handles on my dibbers, I like. Well, this oak is hard. Hiya, David. However, if the English rugby team play like we have been playing, yes, and you should support your home country, you know. No. I don't think, well, I know England have got no chance in winning the Six Nations this time round. I don't know what they've done, but what I'm also going to do this afternoon is, you may remember in September the police officer that was shot in Croydon custody, and Wayne and I did a collaboration piece, which Jennifer Stroughton kindly brought. That donated over 200 quid to the Matt Ratana Rugby Foundation, which has been set up in Matt's memory to support youngsters getting into the game. And they very kindly have sent me one of the Matt Ratana rugby shirts and a Matt Ratana bobble hat. So that will be getting christened this afternoon. Gerard. Oh yeah, Ben's got his first video out. Cool. Head over and check that out. Also, while we're talking of links and videos and stuff, Virtually Crafty, the event organised by Jamie Page and Kyle Jacobson, is back on the 27th. They now have a YouTube channel, which Dale has been working on in the background. So rather than everyone have to float between different channels, my understanding is it's all going to run off that, which will be fantastic. So I'll get Dale to pop the link in for that. Check out virtuallycrafty.com. Just want to take that down a little bit more, and we're going to look at going. Hiya, Rich. How's that workshop coming on? Right, let's go back to the parting tool. And we'll just take it another cut in there. Now I never go, as I said before, for a super shiny, super waxed finish. At the end of the day, it's a tool. It's going to be used in the workshop, in the garden. In my case, it'll be used in my little planters outside my workshop. Yeah, French ref. But we won't go into that one, Gerard. This is about having fun. I know what my feelings were on him last game. Cool. So this is just 120. It's an excellent event. The two that I've done, I've really enjoyed. Who's that? Yeah, Chris was in from the beginning, mate. Hang on. Oh, Dale's done it. Cool. I don't know. I know my good lady wife will probably tell me a few times that it's only a game. I'm quite passionate about my rugby, as George will vouch for. Okay, so that's 120. Just hit it with a quick bit of 240. I don't on a dibber. I do a separate string pull, but what I do is I leave this little bit here so people can tie string on it and then use that as a marker. As I said, we're not going to wax these. What I am going to do though is just finish them with chestnut lemon oil. Alright, let's turn that right down. It's up to you what oil you use. I've just gone for the lemon oil purely because I opened the cupboard and it was the first thing that was there. You could use Danish oil, mineral oil, engine oil, clean engine oil, and that would do the job. This is really sore subject. We have a Frenchman in the chat that I don't want to offend, but yeah, we all know. Right, there we go. Let's get this one parted off and let's start. So I don't take this to a fine point either, especially when you're selling them at craft shows. The last thing you want is someone walking around with a really pointed article. So again, I'm just cutting it off using the tip of the skew. There we go. Don't want that down the extractor. And all I'll do is I'll just take a bit of paper to the top, clean off, as Steve would call it, a little nubbity nub. That's going to want something a little bit coarser. And then all you do, because it's an oil finish, just shift that bit of end and that end. And there we go. One dibber. Nice, simple project. Alright, let's lose that centre. Given where... No, that's where I live, mate. They always talking about our proximity to Brighton. So I thought all of my projects today were going to be out of oak, because when I went into the workshop, into the other shed, I went to the bag of oak, but I did find a bit of wood from Keith. You can see what it looks like. I went, yeah, I think that's oak. It's not actually oak. It's walnut. So again, what I've done, I've pre-rounded, put a tenon on the end, and we'll go for the tamper now. Ah, bah oui, the French have invaded. Are you supplying Ann Summers? Yeah, whose chat was it last night? Someone's chat last night. I got accused of wearing stockings and Ann Summers and stuff. But no, some of the turn-ins we do could be excused for other things. So I'm just make sure that's tight in there. Swap the tool rest. So we're going to go now for the pot tamper. Again, your shape, your design, however big the pot is what you can do. The first one I saw of these was on Etsy. And the person that was selling them for 15 quid each. And I went, really? You know, you don't have to use a nice bit of wood. If I could have got further into the my wood store, then I probably would have got a bit of branch wood and used. Oh, SK's last night. See you later, Steve. Cheers for popping in. I speak fluent Welsh. Right. Let's get rid of some of that bulk. Oh, someone's getting covered in shavings. Which... Sorry, mate. Foreign languages and me were never a strong point at school. Yeah, you're doing Spanish. I did German. But I was in the bottom class for German. And to get us to do any work, surprise, surprise, our teacher bribed us with Mars bars. So, right, let's... Do you know what? I think Wales have got a really good chance. Where have I put that? Oh, wrong side of the lathe, that's why. Hiya, Douglas. Whereabouts in Oz are you, Chris? My good lady wife has relatives in Australia. So, yeah. Yeah, I'm quite happy with the shape of that. What I will just do though, and I haven't done it, is I'm just going to take this edge off. There we go. Let's go for that. Again, decoration. Is entirely up to you. Again, handle size, entirely up to you. If you were making it for someone in particular, maybe with someone with arthritic hands, Brisbane. Yeah, since I mentioned to my wife that I've been talking to some Australians, and it'd be nice to go out there one day and meet people. She's like, oh, find out where they are, and then she can visit her relatives while I'm visiting Woodturners. The only downside is Australia has lots of snakes. I'm not the big... Yeah, spiders don't really bother me. How are we doing on time? Yeah. We might go just over, but... Again, when it comes to lathe speed, it's down to you. I'm running the lathe at full chat here, so 2,500 revs. I am being conscious that I've got quite a bit of overhang on the tool there. Where's my Bernie wire? Put a little bit of Bernie in just to enhance that little bead in there. And the Bernie wire snaps. Yeah. It's only, I just use floristry wire. You can use guitar strings. Easy Wood Tools do a really nice set. Procraft, another company that support me with some bits for the veterans. They do a kit so you can make your own. Right, 120, 240. Yeah, Formica, I have got some. Friend of mine fits kitchens. So when I've helped him in the past, if there's been any edging strip left, I've relocated it. I love my coffee. Some people would have heard me talk in the past about Scroll Crusher. Oh my days. 375 milligrams of caffeine per cup. 2 of them and I am bouncing. Madder than a box of frogs. Alright, there we go. Help if I turn the extractor on, wouldn't it? Dope. It's too late now. So again, just a bit of chestnut lemon oil I'm putting this on with the chestnut safety cloth. Yeah. Just wipe off the excess. Some people are looking going, oh, that's criminal what you've done with that bit of walnut. As I showed, I didn't know it was a bit of walnut until it was all cut and ready to go. But you know what? Wood is wood. What do I want? I want a parting tool. I want to know who decided a box of frogs was crazy. We quite often have this conversation at work. So there we go. We've cut through there. What I'll do is I'll pop that on the belt sander. I haven't got a camera over there, so I'll just do that quickly. Sorry if this is a bit loud, everyone. That little nub in the middle. There we go. It hasn't got to be totally pretty. It's just got to be functional. So that's why you need a flat surface on it. Okay. So there we go. Little pot tamper. Simple project. Simple design. Right. Pot maker. I will have the big bit first, please, George. Now, I've only made 2 of these, and I haven't done one for a very long time. So, can you pass the completed one over, mate? Just so I can get an idea. Yeah, just rested down there. I love having a pair of hands in the workshop. It's like Blue Peter. Okay. So, again, relief cut this end so we don't go on to the chuck. This bit of wood's probably actually a bit too thick, so we'll just take some off. Eh? Hoover up. This boy's mad. He thinks we're going to hoover our workshop. Right. We can work with that. Probably going to go about there for the top. So we'll just... Yeah. I'm really looking forward to it. I was meant to have my second COVID injection the day before, but they've changed it. So I've still kept the annual leave so I can watch it. So just put a slight taper on it. You don't have to put a massive taper on. Entirely up to you. Yeah, well, I'm not tied to the hour. It'll be as close to it as possible. Sorry? I'm not a cappuccino man, Douglas. And then what I do is I will put a little burn line in here. That is purely, so when we're making these things, I know that's where the edge of the paper goes. I'm a latte man or a mocha. Who's Rich doesn't know when he's getting his second jab. I'm getting mine Thursday. They keep changing the appointment. It's getting earlier and earlier. But yeah, Thursday's my next jab. So what we'll do now, we'll stop the lathe. And we're just going to make the little recess in the bottom. Keith, if you're still in, close your eyes, because we will be using a carbide. Yeah, I will have a black coffee. Black coffee is normally my... I've had a long night shift, I'm driving home. Different camera angle, Scott. Hang on. Doop, doop, doop. I forgot about that. Let's go to camera 5. Yeah. Yeah. And all I'm using here is a flat carbide, square carbide, very nicely given to me by a man in the chat. Percolated or filter. Because I'm the only one in the house that drinks filtered coffee or strong coffee, I just have a single person cafetiere. Do it, mate. You won't be disappointed. There we go. So that only wants to be about 1/3 of an inch deep. I've got a Tassimo in the workshop, but that is more used as a posh kettle. I bought a little disc, because the capsules are getting dear. So in the workshop, I just have the good old pound shops stuff that you get: milk, sugar, coffee, all in one. Okay, so there's the bottom done. Let's come back to the other camera angle. StreamYard. There you go, mate. You can see the chat. And let's start thinking about the handle. Sorry? Scott Coffee Cafe. I'm from North London. Ah. A decaf Yorkshire tea. What cup have I got there from Scroll Crusher? Yeah, see? Def before decaf, definitely. This is quite an aggressive cut, only because I'm trying to battle time, because I don't want to overrun Rob if I can help it. Not Rob. Yeah, it's Robert, isn't it? Hodgepodge. We all love a bit of Harry. Now you want quite a big handle on this, because you're going to be putting a lot of pressure on it. It's the pressure that folds it all together and keeps the strips of paper in. Sorry? Beer before coffee? Yeah, but he's in Australia, so it will be beer before coffee. We know about them and their amber nectar. See you later, Gerard. What's that? Oh, Dale milk, tea, milk, 2 sugars. Yeah. Keith has his coffee Whoopi Goldberg. Black none. See you later, Rich. Oh, Shannon's got a new car, so he's doing driving lessons. I'm dreading teaching my daughters to drive. I think Chloe would probably be the worst one to teach to drive. So I want to get in here again, so I'm just using the tip of the skew just to go down to a fine point. Not too fine though, because we've still got to sand that bit. So nice and gentle when we're sanding. We're doing 9 minutes. Approx. Yeah. Again, 120. We can get right in the top there and sand that once we've potted it off. Oh dear. Rich, I hope you got your life insurance sorted out, mate. See, I think that's another reason my wife wants us to car share. I've gone from a 2 litre diesel down to a not even 1 litre 1 litre little Kia thing at the moment. What is wrong with my driving, son? How many advanced driving qualifications do I hold? Hey, I drive to get there, mate. Right. Aren't rules there for braking? No. A butter stamp could be used as a butter stamp. Yeah. Gotta love a challenge, mate. So I've just, wiped on some oil for now. I will, I've got a pot that I keep oil in, and they will sit in there for a little while. There we go, cut that one off. Alright. So we'll finish the top of that later. Let's get the base turned. Hey, I just need to stand the top, mate. Oh, look at that. Yeah. Just give that a rubbity rub. But I will need it back shortly. How many people we got in still? Or how many people? Cool. Thanks everyone for coming in. Yeah. So if you like what I'm doing, please share it out. Yeah. Please hit the sub button as well if you're not already subbed, or if you know anyone that might be interested. Share it out, hit the bell. Let's take that off. Actually, I'm just get a bowl gouge. So I want to lose some of this meat. Oh, nearly did a Colwyn way then. Managed to catch the little pip. Okay. Right, little spindle gouge. You don't think I can do it, do you? Oh, no. No, we might just go over. Alright. What we need now is a set of calipers. Let me have a quick look at the bottom. Okay. Calipers. No, these are dividers, aren't they? No, it's not. It's divider. Right, let's change camera view so people can see what I'm doing on the end. That one. Okay. Alright, just stick it there for a minute, boy. So what we're going to do, just using the left point. It's your first one. And then you want to go slightly wider than this bit, just to allow for the paper. That'll do. Don't like that. Alright. And then just with, I've got quite a wide parting tool. You just want to make a little groove in there. And this wants to be it's got some paper eating Jaffa cakes. Nope. So that's just a little bit too wide, that one. Okay. A little bit more. Cool. Right. Really, really quick sand up. So, while we're wrapping this up and standing up, don't forget to head over to virtuallycrafty.com for all the details for the craft festival for the 27th. If you head over to forkinbananas.com, that will give you a link to all the upcoming shows. There is also a link on my website, bluelightturner.com, of shows that I know about. It's not as in depth as Steve's one. Tonight is Chestnut Products quiz, 7:30. It's done using Kahoot and YouTube. So the questions will come up on YouTube. You log in separately on Kahoot, and you can answer. I'm aiming to do better than I did last time. And he's just aiming to beat me, which is nice, isn't it? Let's have the thin one. Yeah, I'm good. That's why you wear safety glasses when you turn him. Sorry, mate. There we go. That will go on the belt sander as well. They'll all get oiled up. Let's just come back to this one. G-Man, move your bum. No, we want that camera, don't we? Camera 5. Woo! Right, lose them. There we go. 3 simple projects. So you can make your pots. There's your little pot tamper. These will get oiled up more and then buffed up, and then I will pop some pictures up on Instagram and stuff like that. Thank you everyone for joining me. Quick vote on that bandsaw, mate. I am going to be back next Saturday at 1, the biggest chunk. And we're going to do something with this. This is a piece of oak that Douglas Mungham very kindly sent me. So next Saturday, 1 o'clock, we'll do something with that. Thank you, Dale and Keith. Keith's just put a link in for the quiz. Thank you, everyone that's come in and is supporting me. Really appreciate it. It's good to be back. And until next week, I shall see you all later. Now I've got to hit the button. Oh no, I haven't. I've got this funky thing to do.